Okay, so what we're doing here is, if needed, if this is equal to 0, as you can see this one is, if it's an equation, then you're going to set each of the linear factors, these binomials, equal to 0 and solve to get the zeros of the function. Um, you'll get into that more later, but what we're saying here is find out the value of x that will turn one of these to 0. Because when you multiply this times this times this, in order to get 0, one of them has to be 0 to multiply to 0. So we're saying what value of x would turn this one to 0 and make the whole thing 0? What value of x would turn this to 0 and make the whole thing 0? So there's going to be two numbers. So how do we solve it? I'm going to do it the short, just the quick and sloppy way. Divide both sides by 3. And what you get is x equals negative 7/3, also known as x is equal to negative 2 1/3, somewhere between negative 2 and negative 3. Yeah. And for 2x minus 5, maybe that's the thing that was equal to 0 that turned the whole thing to 0. Add 5, add 5. Divide both sides by 2. And x equals 5/2, also known as 2 1/2. Okay, and I will show you a picture of the graph and we will see if that actually does, that this graph equation does actually cross there. And as you can see, we had x is equal to negative 2 1/3. This is a third of the way over between negative 2 and negative 3. That one's right there. And x equals 2 1/2 right there. So it's true that those are the zeros of the function, meaning the places where the graph crosses the x-axis because y is equal to 0. That's all you need to know.